Yeah, what's good? Welcome back. It's been a minute for me, so I'm glad to be here because it's probably been like 4 weeks. It feels like nearly a month, but I'm back and I'm gonna do some beat making today. And I've got the Marco Polo Pad Thai expansion, Volume 1. Yeah, not Volume 2. I'm not one of the cool kids, so I just have Volume 1 right now. Uh, but I've never really taken the chance to mess with it too much. It's really dope. It sounds great. Um, but I just never really messed with it because the way that it's kind of laid out is like Marco Polo's. It's pretty much just like beats laid out in like a drum program, but it's cool. I'm gonna load up a few of those programs and try to make some of my own. Just use some of the drum samples, maybe some of the other samples as like a starting off point, and then probably use. I'm thinking of using just like the built-in plugins and doing like some chord stuff and this and that. So you see, I got some theme music now for the first time. I used to use this in all my videos. Uh, Figured I just load it up. Got an MPC, got some background music here. I'll fade it out in a second. What's up, Amaratsu? Man, I appreciate you coming in, man. It's like you're here every time I show up. You show up. I appreciate it. God bless. Did I say glory be to God, man? Every time anything I do, I want to start it with that, just to be humble. I'm glad to be here. So I wasn't even gonna do this. I was tired, really super tired. Just got off work. I've been wanting to do this, and I was telling myself I was gonna, but yeah, just was feeling a little beat. So, uh, little beat. So let's make a beat. I'm gonna remove this real quick, and actually, we don't need to do all that. But what I'm gonna do, the last time I was on, Venom Music was good, bro. What's good? Thank you for dropping in. Good to see you, man. Um, and you got your SP. Mushy Brain was good. Thank you everybody from dropping in. Thank you everybody for dropping in. I really appreciate it. I like this, like having these little conversations on live. That's why this is pretty much mainly what I do. So, I mean, if you guys have been subscribed for a minute, I used to do a lot of tutorials here and there. I'll try to get one in, but it's been less frequent that I've even been doing content, and I do less of that. I will have some more of that. I've been trying to redefine what I'm doing here on the channel, but mainly what you're probably going to see me doing is some beat making, just hangouts and stuff. And what I want to do, what I brought in last time was I was talking about a beat timer, and I kind of used this rough draft of I just used this beat timer that I found online. So it looks like this, right? So you go to Google and look up online timer, and you can set the time. So uh, the last stream I did this kind of very sloppily, and I did 5 minutes for everything that I was doing. I didn't really have it laid out, but this time I do have it laid out. So I'm using this. I got these things called banners. So I've kind of outlined this. I did this like a couple weeks ago, and I haven't had a chance to actually use it. So I'm going to develop this a little bit, but I'm going to click through these real quick so you can see them. This is how I'm going to break it down and time myself on the beat. So first of all, I'm going to find my samples and create my programs. So in this case, using the, what's it called? Using the Marco Polo Pad Thai expansion, it's already got programs. So I'm probably just going to load up a bunch of the programs, going to listen to the previews and see which sounds kind of pick apart. I want to use this kick. I want to use that snare. Maybe I want to use these hi-hats. Maybe there's like a nice little cool sample to jump off and make something. And I'm just going to spend 10 minutes doing that. And then I'm going to move on and make a drum pattern, give myself 10 minutes, move on, chords or sample chops. See, that'd be the next. This is kind of how it works. So I just lined it in chronological order of how I usually work. So chords or sample chops. This case, I'll probably do some chords, and then we'll go with a bass line. I misspelled that. And then melody, and then one last thing I want to do is create an intro sequence. So I have my 4-bar loop, and then I'm just going to create a simple intro sequence, and I'm going to expand this as I go because my full goal is to challenge myself to be able to do a whole beat stream and then do like a whole arrangement. But in this case, I don't want to try to do too much. So I'm just going to do an intro sequence, and then I'll add on to that, as I get more comfortable and expand my my skills and abilities to do things on the spot. So this is what we're doing. And let me try to, how do I remove this? Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to click on this. And then I'm going to go over to the beat timer. Start the beat timer. 10 minutes on the clock. See it ticking. Yeah, we'll go to overhead and go to my expansions, pad Thai, and click on programs. And we got the preview. So I'm just listening to some of the sounds within those beats that are in the program. So I'm just going to load a few of the programs that I like some of the elements from. I'm not necessarily going to use all those elements. I like those hats, maybe. I don't get a crash in that. Kind of like that kick. What's your brain? What time? It's 1:37 a.m. over here for me, California time. That sounds more like Wu-Tang on this one. Just loading up a few of these. I'm mainly like, first of all, I'm listening for like kicks, snares, hi-hats, which ones kind of stick out to me. It kind of sounds like that Fantastic Planet. Load that up real quick. That roll at the end sounds interesting. I like the sound of them kicks. Okay, so I think I've found pretty much all the samples that I want. I don't know if you could see in here, but the way they're set up is they'll give you a bunch of information, like the title of it, and then it's got your BPM, and then it's got the key that it's in. So that's pretty cool. And then when the way that they're laid out, you get a whole drum program on these, and then there's pretty much all the elements of those beats that you have in the preview. So what I'm going to do right now is just kind of go through, and since I already have a template, and if you can see this, my kick's going to be on track 1, snare on 2, so on. And so I'm going to find a kick that I like out of these programs that stands out to me the most. I'll probably go with number 1. Let's check out snares. that one. I go that. Let's see hi-hats. I like this thing. Sort of. It's kind of harsh. I think it's got a warp on it. SP still on back order. Amaratu. Quite a bit apart. 10:30 a.m. over here. Where you at, Mushy Brain? Europe somewhere or what? Like, yeah, I don't like the sound of that. Okay. Cymbals, what we got? Crash here. Well, that was interesting. Let's go with that. And I'm going to go back to these snares because I like this last one that has this snare roll. Where was it? Okay, who knows what we're going to come up with. So, okay, how much time I got left? I got 3 minutes. Just coming up with my sounds here. Ooh, I like that. I like that little vocal stab there. So let's do something with that. I'll put it right here. Okay, and this is the key of D minor. So change this. I'll just use that as a starting off point for what key I'm in. All right. So one other thing I'm going to do. So I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes on each thing. But if I get it done before the 10 minutes, I'm just going to cut it off and move on to the next thing. Studio Gangster. Yo, what's good? Congrats on getting the live. So used to seeing you bang the MPC ONE, didn't even realize you had a new toy. Yeah. I ended up like I was feeling good with the SP and then I ended up selling the, I thought I was going to just rock the SP for a minute, but then I missed having an MPC. It didn't last very long. So I after I sold that, I picked this up and yeah, just decided to upgrade a little bit and see what it's like. So like I was saying, I'm not going to wait for the 10 minutes to, well, I guess I could look for, since I'm looking for sounds, some plugins that might be cool. I do like Hype, so I'm gonna load Hype up. And how about another plugin? Let's just go Mellotron. Just load up some different plugins. We got basses where it's what's gonna land right here. So I don't know. Let's not go with bassline. Something different. Let's see what Odyssey has to offer. New program. Okay, so I'll just do that. 58 seconds on the clock. This runs up, and we'll switch over to this next thing. So let's go ahead and cut this off and reset it another 10 minutes. And I'm gonna go over here. We'll move on. Make a drum pattern. See what I can come up with. 10 minutes. All right, I gotta pick a tempo. I'm at 83 beats per minute. Actually, that's what I usually work with. So yeah, the snare's a little bright for me. I like to dull it up a little bit. Okay.
Yo.
Let's start with a shaker. I'm gonna have to create my own snare roll, so I'm gonna override this and like copy the snare over here. Turn it down a little bit. Program. Oh yeah. So this is what I do when I do snare roll. So I'll copy the snare, and then on one pad I will cut some of the attack off, and also filter some of the highs off of it a little bit more. This is using that new feature from 2.10. I did a really quick video on this, and then setting it to note off, so it doesn't trigger till it's off, and then simultaneous pad, and have it trigger my other snare. Turn full level off. So we'll do something like, let me see. Hold up. Nice and sloppy. The kick I want. Fix that snare. So yeah. Let me try them snares again. Okay. What happened there? What was the question? No, I've never touched a force. Never even seen one in real life. Yeah. 5 minutes to go. What are we doing here? That's not what I want to do. Hold on. Reposition this a little bit. messed up my. Okay, here we go. Ha. Ha. Fucking up those rolls really. Let's go. Okay, I gotta turn full level off. Let's go. Let me just do these first, and then I'll do the snare rolls. Okay, level off. Get a better. Okay. 2 minutes. We all think sounds sloppy or what? So this is a D minor, so I can pitch it up, and then if I want to put it in a different key. We'll just keep it in. Okay, time's up on all that. All right, I'm stuck with those drums, even if I'm not happy with them. That's the point of this. Got to make decisions. So, yeah, I'm sticking with what I got. I could later make, changes for like an arrangement or whatever. But when I do the little intro sequence, but for now, this is what I'm keeping. This is like I was talking about before. This is kind of like the 30-day beat challenge where you had to make decisions really quick. So yeah, I'm sticking with that. And I think just over time, this will just help me improve for you if you want to try something like this. Just make decisions over time and just make better beats quicker, I think. So just all with practice, right? A little practice, a little experience. Okay, so moving on to the next thing. What we'll be doing, what I am doing, and what y'all are participating in is me trying to find out some chords, some sample chops. So let's go ahead and do that. So what I did was I loaded up some plugins, but I kind of wanted to go off the key of one of these things. So like I was playing with the vocal stab. And so like I can pitch it up and it'll actually tell me what key I'm in now. Okay, let's just go with that for now. And I'm gonna use that to come up with my chords. That key. So it's G minor, I guess. Okay, so moving to hype. Okay, so we need something. Well, let me try Mellotron. Okay, so Mellotron, we want to be in, what was it? Go back to those, to the vocal stab thing. G minor. So going over to type perform. Put this in a G. Well, different sound in here. Let's go to hype. But I'm kind of with the choir feel idea. So I know hype has some choirs in them. I really don't know. Just really, that's what beatmaking is for me. Exploration. chords. How much time I got left? It's not going too great yet. 5 minutes. Okay. What y'all doing? What y'all doing? Any ideas? Okay, chords. Four, five. I like the sound of that. It's a cool little graphic on the hype thing. Little sunsets. Okay, I guess that's what I'm going with. Because I'm running out of time. It's not really what I would probably go with. Okay. Okay. 7 seconds to go. I'm gonna let the time run out. I don't know. See, this is the fun of this though, because I could spend forever. Like that right there is not a chord sequence I would probably keep. You know, just I don't know. The vibe of it is a little not just me, I guess. But that's what's cool about this little challenge things, because I'm gonna have to keep this because I have nothing else. My time right now, so holding myself to the little challenge. So it's kind of fun, and then in the end, it could end up surprising me and being something that I like. But this is really only technically the first time I've done this. Tried it out the last stream, kind of less organized. So I'm gonna build upon this, right? All right. So the next thing, bassline, I guess. But let me see what y'all are saying. Studio Gangster coming along. Maratsu, load up that Juno and lay down some piano keys on that. Can't go wrong. I'm just messing with this today. But do you see a Juno in the back? I can't even load it up because I just go through so much gear. I ended up selling that as well. So, yeah, just committed. I've just been really committed to, and I do this because I'm weird. I acquire gear just because I love gear. I love to try new gear and stuff. And then I always like come down to this mind frame where I want to minimize. You know what I mean? Like really become minimalistic in my approach to making music. So, I mean, the MPC is the best thing for that because you really don't need anything else. You have key groups and plugins all built in, so you can do everything by itself right here. So I guess that's where my head's at right now. So we're moving to the bass line. Let me start this going. Get this started. 10 minutes. We got Odyssey loaded up. Haven't used this much. So we got some bass presets. I'm gonna start there. Make it a little easy on myself. But we got it on chords and pad performance. I'm gonna put it on notes. See what G flat D3. Okay, let's go a little deeper. Oops. Okay, one preset, something different. A little deeper. Kind of like that one. I know there's a quicker way of just changing the preset. Triple double. So yeah, what do you guys using these new plugins a lot? What are your go-tos if you are? Okay, I guess I'm gonna rock with this and then maybe just mess with it a little bit. I guess that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna rock with that bass line. We'll just stop it. Move on to the next thing. Reset that. And we're gonna do a melody. We're almost there. We're almost there, and that's good because where we are on time here. Yeah, I wanted to keep this stream at like an hour at the most. But what's good with y'all? Get in the comments. I want to talk to y'all. So I was asking, are you guys using this? Are you using these plugins? What's your go-to on these? I really haven't explored them too much. I really do want to dive into them because although I always say that um, I prefer acoustic instruments, so like samples. Um, Getting into synth still, I mean, it's still an interest of mine, and I've had the inclination since I'm a kind of a gear hound, a whore and shit, to like pick up some kind of synth, and the Micro Freak is one that's like relatively inexpensive, and it seems like a good way to jump in. But also, man, just to curb my gas a bit, um, I've just had the thought to jump into the synths that are built into this because they have the same principles. And if I'm going to learn, why not just learn on what I have already? There's a bunch of synths in here, so um, that's kind of one thought I want to explore. Maybe just find some good YouTube videos with some synth basics, like beginning tutorials on like what everything is. And I know some of the terminology like LFOs and stuff, but I really don't know too much about synth and like trying to design my own sounds and like carve out my own sound. So but yeah, I think if anyone's like trying to get into synthesis and you're thinking about buying one, don't overlook what you already have if you have an MPC, right? So um, that's what I'm curious in. And I really like. I'm just thinking of this because the midlife is it midlife synthesis. If you guys have seen that YouTube channel, um, real cool dude. Does a lot of synth videos, and he had this poll up on like what kind of stuff you'd like to see. And he also is into the MPC. He's got like an MPC X or MPC Live too. And I said, well, let me see some of these synths in action if you could like go over those kind of things. So um, I don't know if he ever drops in, but I did write that to him, and I'm curious to see more videos like that because I haven't really seen uh like synth sound design videos, and even shoot, like So 100. I don't know, I haven't really talked to you in a minute, but yeah, then maybe I'll shoot him a message. That'd be cool to see maybe if he's would want to provide us with some knowledge with these things. But yeah, okay, Perry, um, Perry, be cool. Any new updates coming out this year? No, I mean the biggest thing I'm hearing about is that MPC keys, the 61 note keyboard that was leaked in like I guess one of the firmwares. It was like, I don't know, they do this a few times. They've done it at least a few times. Like before that keyboard, there was like a leak on a Force keyboard. Not sure if that was just like a prototype for what this is, and it seems like it's pretty much a certain thing that is coming. Um, so I've seen some of this information like on NPC forums or on like the NPC gang Facebook group. Uh, Probably like a couple months ago, there was like a screenshot or some kind of image of like a bunch of new plugins that were coming, and then so like, yeah, it was the inclination that like the the new NPC keyboard was coming out because they're coming out with all these new plugins. So that's as much as I've heard. I don't know about any updates that are coming. I don't have any insight on that. I did have like some insight for a moment. Like a Kai hit me up and they sent me like an update, but they sent it to me like this was like 2.10. They sent it to me like 2 days before it was released, and then when it was released, they like everyone, like all the YouTubers had it, and they had these videos and stuff, and so I didn't really get too much of a heads up, and I haven't been contacted since. So I have no inside information at all. Just what I'm hearing around the internet. Um, but yeah, that looks pretty cool, pretty promising. Like if an MPC keyboard is my time running? No, I haven't not running my time. If there's an MPC keyboard I'm hopeful that like the disc streaming will be coming soon. You know, like you've seen it with the Force. Argonauta, was good. Thanks for coming back in. I have books on it if you need some direct terminology and examples. Sorry, I haven't made videos yet. Still working on it. Yeah, that's what's up. But I've seen after the last stream I did, I think you were in there. I believe I followed you on Instagram. You're doing stuff over there though, I believe, right? Like doing streams over there. I've never done that. I've never done a stream on Instagram. So let me know about that, man, because that would be something I maybe be interested in doing. It looked like you're doing something, bro. So yeah, I mean, keep doing streams. Why not? You don't necessarily have to do videos unless you want to like add more work onto yourself, you know, by editing stuff. But yeah, so what's next? A melody of some sort. Let's try to do that. Try the time up. I never selected a plugin for that, so what am I gonna do for a plugin? Okay, another plugin for a melody. What should I use? I really haven't explored these enough to really know. So, Solina, what kind of sounds are some ambient stuff? Classic, modern, strings. I don't know. This is probably not the instrument. Let's see what else Odyssey has to offer. We got leads on here, so a lead for some sort of. Whoa. All right, so what key were we in again? G minor. Oh, C, D, E. Let's see. C, D, E, F, G. Okay, let's turn the delay off on this. We can find it. I haven't spent too much time in here before. Echo. Huh. I don't feel like I'm great at this. I just like stumble across stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? All right, I need something else. I don't know. I want some kind of lead. What else we got? Hype, Mellotron, Solina, Tube Synth. I don't know. I'm not really too excited about messing with tube synth. I'll do it though. I'll mess with it. Go on the leads. I can't seem to get in the key. Hype glockenspiel. I read on Argonauta. Yeah, me too. Burn one. Okay. Will that fit in here? So you said hype. And then you said burn one. Where do I find that? Hype burn one. How do I find that? What is that under? Is that a lead? I have 4 minutes left. Is that a lead or what? Burn one. Or the glockenspiel. Hype glockenspiel. Leads under leads. Okay. Leads hard, leads soft, leads summer. They got leads sync, leads hard. Burn one. Oh, okay. So at the top there. Oh, okay. Yeah. I feel like I can't even get in key for some reason. Time. Okay. that's probably gonna be it. Huh. That's it. That's what we're going with. All right, right at the clock. This is fun. It's fun because it's a challenge. Like those are definitely not the decisions I would have made. I probably would have spent a whole lot more time, and I probably would waste a whole lot more time. So that's the point of this, right? Eventually, I'll get better at making these decisions, getting faster, getting quicker, making things that are doper in a shorter a period of time because I'll be able to make those decisions quick. So I'm down to the last thing. I've put together all the elements that I wanted to do, and now what I want to do is begin to start an arrangement. But to keep it simple on myself, just for this stream, all I'm going to do is build an intro sequence. And as time goes on and I start doing more of these, I'll probably do a few of these where I just do this list and then come up with an intro sequence. And then I'll start move on, like do like a hook and a verse or something. And eventually get there to it until it's the whole thing. You know what I mean? So before I get started, I want to jump in the chat just a little bit, just to catch up with you guys and see what's going on in there. But yeah, the burn one was a nice little one. It's kind of a classic feel to it. It's got I don't know, it's kind of like a saw wave kind of thing, I'm thinking, or a square, kind of a West Coast vibe. Um, go from real low to high. Yeah, I wish I would have looked there. That would have been a good thing, but that's something I can like maybe adjust in like the arrangement part where I just go move some MIDI notes around. Um, sanitizer elbow cough. I missed it. Jezza, what's good, man? Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So if you're just dropping in, I think you were in the last stream that I did. So I was trying to put together a little framework for timing my beats. So kind of limit myself and challenge myself to get things done in a certain amount of time. So we're here towards the end. I've pretty much made the beat, and it's fun because like I've had to, when the time runs out, I had to stick with that decision that the last thing that I just did. Even though, like in a regular situation, if I wasn't timing myself, I would just like redo it or try to come up with something else. So this is what we have now, this beat, and now the last thing I'm doing is going to come up with this intro sequence. Um, but yeah, Argonaut, I use major and minor scale and study and practice remembering the patterns of those scales. Okay, so you're practicing down on the keys and actually doing it physically on the keyboard and learning your scales and stuff. Yeah, I tried that not for very long though, and I don't know. There's so many things. So I know the basic concepts and stuff, and I've really just since the MPC, I've got the crutch of using like pad perform, or because I always play in the key of C, so I'm definitely limited there, and I would probably benefit from learning those things as well. But pad perform or just transposing, that's what I've been doing. I've been just doing that. So of course I'm not going to learn my scales when I'm just doing that. Like I can just transpose my keyboard keys into any key and then still playing the key of C, and then I'm playing in a different key, right? Technically. so little things that we can do with technology now. And it sounds kind of corny, and at some point in my life, I probably wouldn't do it. But I'm also coming to grips with like kind of defining who I am. And I'm not necessarily, I don't want to call myself a beat maker, but I'd rather move towards writing songs. So it's okay if I use these tools and all the things that we have at our disposal to create a certain sound. And I'm cool with that. Because we're not all beat makers, and we're not all songwriters, and we're not all producers, or it's a mixed bag of different things. I think you just got to define who you are. And I'd rather just be a songwriter than trying to be everything. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's where I'm headed. So, hopefully, so expect more like rhythm and poetry videos. If you guys ain't seen those, please go check it out, because that's what means the most to me, is expressing myself through word, I think. And I think that's an overcoming thing in life for me, because I'm quite a quiet person. I've always been not a person of many words, right? Man, a few words. So this whole journey's been overcoming. I'm over here like just kind of talking a little too much. So it's not really me. It is me, but it's me, the overcome version of me. So that's why expressing myself through word, poetry, and why I love rap so much, hip hop, is because I can do that. And making beats is just a part of that. So it's like a whole thing altogether, So yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you're challenging yourself to learn scales and more music theory. That's definitely beneficial. Oh, you switched the MPC to chromatic so I can memorize the pattern on the pads. Okay. Yeah, well, maybe you need to make some videos so you can show your techniques on that and those kinds of things. Because, yeah, I wonder kind of more detail on how you're using that. Are you using that in order to memorize the tone and then play it on the keyboard, or are you just strictly doing it on the MPC? So, but all right, I'm gonna reset this and come up with my intro sequence. So here we go. I got 10 minutes on the clock, and then I put 10 minutes because I was doing 5 minutes last time around, and it was way too quick. So I'll do 10 minutes from now on out. I think it's 10 minutes is good, and if I get something done quicker, I'll just cut the timer off and move on to the next portion of the beat making process. So I'm gonna just start by copying this, because I have this template laid out where I have a sequence called copy, and I'll copy the sequence and title this one intro. Okay. And I got like mute group, just mute some things out. Just mute all the drums out. Mute the melody out, the bass line. Very sloppy. Even with those chords, they sound off. That's what we're left with, though. So yeah, so I usually do something like that. So we'll just go with everything but the drums. And then I'll unmute the snare and kind of just bring the snare in towards the end of the sequence. Cut these out. Okay. Okay. All right. Sounds like shit. I'll bring that in. So I'll just cut all those notes out at the beginning. So yeah, the idea is just making them transition sound smooth. Why is my mic sounding like that when I? That's weird. Weird. Okay. All right. So that's all right. What else could I do? Maybe bring that that melody in. All right, so yeah, we're doing this. We're doing this. I'm not necessarily feeling this, but we're doing it. That's the point. Just getting better at making stuff that you do like, that I do like, within certain time frames. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Took it off the wrong sequence. Intro sequence. Oops. Grid. Oh, I'm just erasing that melody for the first 4 bars or 2 bars. Go to the hat, I guess. Okay, I'll bring this into at some point. Okay, so not the most amazing thing. I'm not impressed by myself here, but at least I got through the process. And yeah, the point was just a challenge. So yeah, I mean, what are you guys doing? Are you guys challenging yourself with anything similar like this at all? I just want to do this, and this is kind of how my beat making streams are gonna be, just so that I can get through them and improve my skills. I think the point is improving those creative decision making skills, and that's what I felt like I learned from the 30 beats in 30-day challenge I did. I don't know, way back like a couple years ago. So yeah, so I think that's the point, is the decision making and like coming up with things and being like, yes, this, no, not that, this works. Making the brain work a little bit quicker, strengthening that. So yeah, what are y'all doing? Let me know. I'm probably gonna wrap this up real quick because it's almost 3 a.m. and I wanted to keep these kind of short because I do got to get up early in the morning. Got the kids in the morning, so I've been having to step up a little more and be more active with them in the morning, make breakfast, all those kind of things, do the normal kind of human things that people do, grown up things and stuff. So yeah, man, I really appreciate y'all coming in, and you guys are really been. Yeah, I mean, I recognize it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I dropped in, and Argonauta, man, I really appreciate you coming in. Amaratsu, um, Perry Pucol, I don't know how you say that, Perry Pucol, Jezza, you guys have you've been coming through for me the last few streams, so I appreciate it. Studio Gangster, thanks for dropping in. Mushy Brain, appreciate you guys. Venom Music, man. Appreciate you too. Keep doing your thing over on your channel. I think you said you got your SP. I haven't been over on the channel. I don't know if you've been doing content with that, but that'd be cool to see. Yeah, I'm just gonna probably be doing the MPC stuff a lot more. just because it's a little more fluid for me, and I want to focus on doing some songwriting. But I appreciate y'all coming in. If you guys got anything you want to chat about, come on, go ahead and drop it in. I'll stick around for a few minutes. Um, but yeah, I know we're all just like creatives trying to create, and for me, like I've been trying to explore this whole world online of somehow turning this into a business, kind of cluelessly, just exploring it. So that's what my journey's been all about. If you guys have ever, this is the part where I kind of like do the shameless plug. I'll go ahead and stop the timer since I'm done with that intro. I don't think there's much I can do to really make it better at this point. But yeah, this is the plug where I appreciate you guys sticking around. No pressure at all, but please hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. I'm not good at this part. It just feels kind of unnatural. But yeah, if you do want to support the channel, if you've ever found that you've received some value from it, there always is a way of supporting by becoming a Patreon. Over on Patreon, it's $1 a month. This is something I was talking to my coworker earlier today. Good friend. He was even encouraging me on this kind of thing. So I think I bring it up is one thing that's pretty amazing to me is like I have like nearly 7,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm very thankful for that. And I have a Patreon where I have about 30, I think, patrons, right? But if just half of my subscribers were to become patrons for just $1 a month, I could quit my job. I would be making as much as I make at work. I'd be making for $1 for like 3,000 people, $3,000 a month. That's what I make at a job. So I can quit my job and do this. Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, think about it. If you told yourself, would you love to do that? Like even just doing music full time and making what you make now. I don't know what kind of jobs you guys have. I don't know. That was kind of just a sloppy little way of what I was trying to say. But anyways, that would be amazing to me. It would change my life. So I mean, if it's in your heart to do it, $1 a month, it ain't much, right? So yeah. Anyways, tell your friends. Also, um, if you're a standalone user, I got the t-shirts for sale on Teespring. Go check them out. It's a United We Stand Alone. So if you want to support the channel that way, you can. Yeah, so that's about it. Thank y'all. I got a little bit more of Jameson right here, so I want to be able to just do this more often. You know what I mean? And then when I start talking about the money thing, I feel a little funny. Like I don't want to be like a panhandle, like begging for you guys to support, because it's not even what it's about. It's definitely not about the money. It's just about the love for the music. Like you said, Argonauta, you just love everything music. So it's not about the money, but it is just the fact that I'm just a overall happier person when I can just do this. And I don't really find, the time to do it as much because, well, I got to go to that job. And it's hard to find the time to do it. It's been 4 weeks since I've done this, and it's just like balancing everything else. So yeah, I feel you, bro. So yeah, man, I would like to see how you're working with pad performance stuff. If you're down to show me, and anytime, just hit me like on IG. Because if you're trying to do this as a business as well, we could always just like share what we know, grow from there. So yeah, I'm not trying to sell myself short at all. Like I think it just feels a little rusty, like being on here trying to talk about that when I'm definitely not full time. It's been 4 weeks since I even been on. It's not even. I used to like produce something at least once a week, and I don't know, just finding the energy, and aside from the time, the energy. Like I didn't even feel like I had the energy to do it tonight. Like I wanted to, and I was like, nah, man, I'm just gonna go lay down in bed because I know I gotta get up. And I started at like 1:30. I was gonna be like 1 hour, and now it's almost 3 a.m. So I definitely gotta like wrap it up so I can get some sleep and I'm not like cranky, because I don't want to be cranky around my children. I want to be a good father to my children. I want them to be happy. I want them to feel loved and supported and validated, and not like I don't want to be irritated and, have them imitating, the worst parts of me, you know what I mean? So I think that's number one. Louis, what's up, man? I'm pretty good. I'm doing good. Glad to be doing this. I gotta kind of push myself to get on to do these things now. So, but yeah. So yeah, I came home from work and there was like half a Coke in the fridge, so I grabbed that, kind of wake myself up a bit. And yeah, just trying to challenge myself. So, you know, but that's it, I've got a few of you in the chat. For those of you who just kind of lurking, yeah, buy a shirt, join the Patreon. I think the next stream I do, I'm gonna go over like, because I need to make some samples for my Patreon. Because what I do every month is, if you're not a Patreon, if you're not aware of, I do like I'll make a drum kit, and I'll make like a loop, and like I'll either grab a key group out of my, like if I'm running low on time, I like to upload something by the 11th. That's a couple days from now. I haven't even started working on anything. So, like I think last month I just pulled some of the key groups out of my large collection of key groups that I already had, because I was like struggling with my back, and I wasn't really sitting down much, because you know how sitting down a lot can really kind of mess up it can be bad for your posture and all this, and lower back pain and stuff. But I threw up my back, so I didn't spend too much time even, sitting here and stuff. But yeah, so that's what I try to do on Patreon, is a drum kit, a key group, and some loops. And I try to just come up with some loops from scratch. I try to layer some drums. So I'll take drums from anywhere, chop a drum break, layer them with some other stuff, make a drum kit that you can figure drum with, and like make a key group or something. So I usually try to do everything and make it kind of unique in a way, or at least something that I've tried to put together. So I try to do some kind of sound design, so that's what I'm doing over there for $1 a month. So that's what I'm thinking about maybe doing for the next stream, is going on and doing my process of creating a drum kit, like chopping breaks and layering and stuff. So if I can manage to push myself to do that, because those processes can be kind of tedious, it's not as fun as like creating music itself. So, but it can be interesting, creating new sounds that are kind of unique, by just mixing and matching certain sounds, layering sounds, EQing, using some of the effects that are in the MPC. So yeah, I think I want to go through that process. But yeah, y'all are quiet, so I'm gonna wrap it up. God bless every one of you. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for listening to me go on about the ways you can support. But yeah, I'm here just to do my own thing, and hopefully it inspires someone to do their own thing. I think that's the whole point. And yeah, just pursue it, So, all right. Take care, everyone. I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it won't be 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. Hopefully it'll be just a couple days or something. All right. Until next time, be bold. Lift noise.